Have you ever wondered what makes you you? Is it genetics, the way you were raised, or something else entirely? Do you not like cilantro because you have an OR26A gene? Or do you not like cilantro because you grew up with it in every meal and now can't stand the thought of it? The concept of nature versus nurture has long been discussed in society to figure out why we are the way we are. I'd like you to think about yourself and things that you like or dislike or things that you do, and try and figure out why that may be. Why are you the way that you are? I grew up as a dancer, and when I was 13, I had an injury and I tore the cartilage in my hip. When I went to the doctor told me the reason why I was so flexible, more so than my peers, was because I was born with a hypermobile disorder. This also makes me more prone to injury. But he implied that I was so flexible because of something that I was born with, not something that I've been working towards my entire life. I didn't like this. Maybe you don't have any interest in why you are the way you are and you simply accept yourself, and that's great. But learning about this concept may help you in different ways, to relating to other people, to understanding characters in a novel, to even understanding the choices made by some historical figures. We can relate the nature versus nurture concept to something that's very trendy right now. When you log on to Netflix or a music streaming application like Spotify, what is one of the top topics that are trending at the moment? True crime. My personal interest about the nature versus nurture concept was only furthered when I started listening to true crime podcasts and listening to documentaries about serial killers. I learned that a psychological profile is always a key part in identifying and convicting these criminals. That psychological profile is based off the concept of nature versus nurture. The psychologists and investigators come up with reasons why somebody may do what they are doing based off who they were, who their parents were, and who their upbringing was about. This concept is utilized every day and with every criminal that's convicted. If anybody has seen the movie Gattaca, the concept of nature versus nurture is actually challenged very extensively. The premise of this movie is a dystopian society where parents are able to find out the genetic makeup and potential of their child within minutes after it being born. As a result of this, the main character was denied the option of attempting certain activities when he was younger, simply based off the information that the parents were given after the child's birth. The parents thought that he would simply fail, so they never even gave him the chance to try. The society that they lived in never accounted for somebody being able to mentally and physically surpass the limitations of his genetics and his upbringing, of constantly being told no. As a result of this, the main character is able to do certain things that scientifically should never have been possible. This challenges the nature versus nurture concept, showing that it's not always determined by one of those, but a person has the power to make up their own mind without any other influence. I hope my introduction to the concept has sparked something in you to better understand yourself, somebody else, or simply some new information to stimulate your own mind. I do believe that if more people were conscious of this idea, they would realize that life is a balance of accepting who you are naturally and cultivating the power to create yourself at the same time.